Jones out means Malaki Branham also gets a starting shot tonight. Branham coming off the best game of his young career with 22 points against Sacramento.
A lot of people around, especially our crew, is kind of looking at Philadelphia kind of side-eyed. You know, I know they're playing good basketball right now, but we remember that game we went up there and beat them in Philadelphia.
Back out to Richardson, fires over Harden. Nothing but the bottom for Josh Richardson.
There you go.
It's his 22nd triple.
He deserves to get that shot. He's the one who came up with the steal, snuck up on Embiid from behind there as he went into a spin move on Jakob.
Sixers counter with a three of their own. Not like that turn.
I don't know if that was it, but he looked awfully confident when he came down.
Confident he melted three-pointers.
Got to make Embiid block a few shots before you give him too much respect down there. Now he's a great shot blocker, but our guys alligator arming a few shots when he's in the vicinity.
Embiid undecided if he's going to get into coaching and how grateful he was for the contributions that San Antonio made toward him as Johnson gets the bucket. Harden. Always get his shot. Offensive glass to Philly. Embiid steps into a three. Johnson goes back up. Thought he was fouled. Pop can't believe there was not a whistle, and Harden gets a breakaway layup at the other end.
Pops, he might get his money's worth here. Along with that comes the aggression, especially on the offensive end of the floor. I don't want to see him pass those shots up.
Embiid.
Takes a lot of pressure off those two with his offense.
Blake Wesley gives it up to Collins. It's saved by Johnson. To Keldon Johnson. Again, back from Collins. Keldon gets nifty to avoid Embiid.
I want Stanley to remain aggressive on the offensive end of the floor. He's got a terrific jumper. He's got good touch. Just unable to knock that last one down.
Wesley. Straight to the rack and scores. Love it. He got speed. Yeah, his third game in 3 days for him. Played a little bit here against Sacramento on Wednesday. G League last night. Now McDermott off the window. Also one of those Spur vets shouting at my partner here for a moment.
Oh my God.
Doc was yelling at you.
I sat down next to a person, started eating their popcorn, didn't even want to come back out here and just watch this. So I've been very blessed, you know, to have that and then play with Artis Gilmore.
I just hated that they kept knocking my Spurs out.
Yep. And that was us. We went to the Western Conference final both years back to back. But Raleigh was really good.
As well as Romeo Langford, all injured. 9 on the shot clock here for Branham.
Oh, hesitation there.
Oh, wow. Maxey leads Philly with 10. We've got 6:17 to go here, second quarter. In the paint, the slam coming from Montrezl Harrell.
Well, he's a solid player. Yeah. I mean, it's a solid backup to Joel Embiid if you want some toughness and some grit coming off the bench.
Richardson,
that's what he is.
The three. He's considered one heck of a player. We want to catch him in person.
Yeah, well, there are a lot of good players in this year's draft. The Thompson twins, the Thompson brothers. I mean, he just created that space for himself, and that mid-range jumper is so soft.
Sixth start of his career, and he's got 10 points here before the half.
Started thinking about it on the way up. Maybe he's going to put the ball on the floor.
Embiid gets the easy two. 7 on the shot clock. Turnover. Embiid to Harden. Back to Joel Embiid.
Goodness.
Hurdle. Back to McDermott. Fouled and one. Inside the final minute. Johnson. And a blocking foul to boot. Another and one for the Spurs.
Reaching, you're out of position by a little bit. He's going to exploit that.
And it's hard to attack him defensively.
It's impossible.
Look at that. Took a little punishment that time. Top of the Eastern Conference picture. They're number 3 coming in tonight. Keldon Johnson gets a little left hand hook to go. Embiid. He's got 20.
That's about all you can do. Again, you're showing another defender there. I believe that was Josh Richardson who stepped in there just to keep Joel Embiid from penetrating all the way and still makes a shot. There's Malaki Branham again.
Poked away by Melton. Harden serves it up. And the two-hand dunk. Harris. Embiid takes a little bump and one.
Yeah, I mean, three-point shooter in the corner. Loves that short corner.
Hurdle. Got it to fall. Feed for Richardson.
Ball looked like it was going to bounce out first time.
8:56 remaining.
But I like the action. You still want to try to push it. You don't want to have to continually try to set up against the Sixers D.
Harden knocks down the three.
It's like Joel Embiid's rhythm was thrown off.
Richardson looking for Jakob again. The offensive glass, Tucker. Harris to Embiid. Josh Richardson. Difficult look, gets it to drop. Embiid again. Johnson gives it up. And the score from Branham.
Better check for fleas in there.
Johnson on the drive. Stanley scores. Just their third highest scoring quarter of the year.
Yeah, and it looked like they were cruising too, Bill. You know,
right.
Looked like they really weren't even struggling.
Embiid is getting wherever he wants, whenever he wants.
Right.
Collins gives to Keldon. Ahead to Stanley Johnson. Back to Keldon Johnson. Shovels it off. There is Zach Collins. That's how you go at Embiid.
And learn from their mistakes. A lot different defense than what Blake Wesley's seen at the G League level.
And Maxey drains a three after another Spurs turnover. 21-point deficit.
It felt like 3 threes.
Is it? Yes.
Well, they ran a bucket.
It's interesting that Dan, and they talked about in the pregame, Sean, is that bucket is good.
He's a terrific scorer, so you can have guys that can absolutely fill it up, and Wesley and Branham in the backcourt.
Bates Diop with the bucket.
The Sixers just cooking. And we talked about Maxey earlier in the telecast. That's man one.
I think so. Stanley Johnson.
Get just some kind of something. I mean, a bump, anything.
Stanley Johnson. Opponents have only been shooting 34% against them. Isaiah Roby drops it off. And the dunk from Barlow. Johnson.
Good physical there.
Pulls his way in. And one. Sent it to the line. 8 on the shot clock. Harden had it knocked away by Roby.
Be careful with the arms here. He's tangled up. He's going to get himself to the free throw line.
Hard to guard.
You never see him lose his cool. And easily one of the more approachable guys out there. So good on the youngster.
Branham, little runner. 132 to 116. Wesley kicks it back out. Branham for three. Got it again. Branham, 26. A dunk on the follow-up from Paul Reed. Look at out front. 25 off the bench for Tyrese Maxey. The tip-in is good by Reed. That's right. We're allergic to cold weather. Oh, Roby with a slam. 137-125, and Dominic Barlow with 4. Pop and Doc, 2 active winningest coaches. Exchanging pleasantries as the case is here.
A lot of wins right there.
Yes, sir.
Wow. A lot of experience.
Doc gets 1,077 tonight.